5,
4,
3,
2,
fail.
Juan.
1. Welcome back to Juan's Good As It Gets podcast. We've got your bald host over here, Juan.
What's up?
And we got Alan Bojingles over here.
Alan B. Jordan.
No, Alan Bojingles.
Bojingles.
And well, I'm Miguel. Juan Miguel.
Juan Miguel.
Alan. Yeah. So how was your guys' week?
Oh, it's good.
Awesome.
It was good.
I'm still hurting from last week's Memorial Weekend little soiree we had.
It's
there.
crazy. After we got done podcasting, we got smashed here at Mike's mom's house.
It's a Friday night.
You guys had to pass out all the guest room. We just rolled the sleeping bags out on the floor.
Actually, it's a Saturday night because we worked Saturday morning. So this is actually a Saturday night we're talking about.
Oh, I didn't tell you either. I got up to use the bathroom, and Al was trying to get it on with that Charlie doll.
Oh, the one in the background here? Oh,
No.
Today's movie of the week is Animal House. Have you never seen Animal House? I don't know where you've been living.
Toga.
Yeah. So that's what you may see in the background playing, but that's our movie of the week.
No, we don't play movies in the background.
No, we don't.
It's just the TV's on. That's about it.
No, it happens. It just looks like we're playing movies, but we're really not.
So what's the next venture or field trip is going to be
Guardians 3.
Guardians 4 by the time this comes out.
Oh, did you guys have you guys seen John Wick 4 yet?
No, not
I
yet.
have not.
Wes was saying it's badass as the other 3. I haven't
see
seen
it's
it
on
either.
my streaming app at home, so I'm gonna have to see it.
I have not seen
streaming it.
a single John Wick movie yet.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
You'll
What?
like it. It's very.
I'm sure.
action-packed.
I'm sure it's good. I just never.
It's like a Jason Statham movie, but just not as corny.
Al's
got good
trying to
action.
keep up on the Fast series, so he can't. He doesn't have time.
Oh well. So what are we like number 22?
Yeah, it's like 22 or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Dom gets a new Mopar.
It's Don's grandchild
Yeah.
took
Dom.
over.
Yeah, his grandchild took
Yeah,
over.
so-
Dom came back from the grave.
They're all driving EVs.
That's right.
They're all driving. Yeah, they're all driving EVs. Drifting in an EV. Yeah, cool. Absolutely, man. I'm good with that. Soon it'll be nitrogen, right? So it'll be
Yeah.
good. Or not nitrogen. What is it? Hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Yeah, something gin. Engine. Gin. So it's a week later. I see the progress in that shop back there.
So I went over there because the guys took this last week off, and I just like leaned a piece of sheet metal against the building, and I go, okay, that's enough work for today. I think I've got the garage door guy doing who I'm gonna pick, but I'm still collecting a couple quotes, and roof should be going on starting tomorrow.
So I'm going to need you guys to start referring to it as the studio and not as the garage.
That's fine. We can do that. I don't know when we're gonna have power in it, so we're gonna have to run a lot of extension cords out to the studio.
Oh,
But-
nice. That's fine.
Yeah. So
That's fine. You want to run them from my house, or what do you want to do?
yeah, I mean, because I don't want to use my power. It's like my mom's power.
Gotta bring my
We
generator.
gotta be a little bit more equal in this podcasting, guys. Come on, you guys gotta pay for some of the power
put
too.
my generator out. It's fucking loud
know.
though. Put it out back.
Mike's
outside.
got all of our lighting on a
I gotta
timer,
do,
so it doesn't overcharge.
as we discussed last week, I got to do my research on that. How to silence a not a generator, a compressor,
Just
and
turn it
maybe a
off.
generator. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't think you want to enclose it too much because you do want airflow. I know that much. You don't want to completely encapsulate it into a small area.
No, but I think you could probably build like a small lean-to shed or something, put it
Yeah.
in there, and then make sure you got those like gable vents or something sort of in there. And that's not
Pretty sure you can just put a gun silencer on the.
or an oil can, oil
Probably
filter rather.
I think if it's outside, it should cut down the noise dramatically.
Yeah, it definitely. But I gotta find a way to house it to keep it out of the elements.
Or
too.
just like do what Al does when his car's
I
making
just
loud
get a-
noise. Turn the radio up.
I could just get another shed, put it in there,
This is genius.
and then just run the air hose
You
across.
make if you just made a shed out of pillows,
a sofa,
Pillows and moving blankets and duct tape.
that's right.
a sofa fort. Put one out there.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we could just do the podcast like this. Hey, Al, how is yours? So we can yell over the thing the entire time.
Well, it's not really going to be running during the podcast. We can shut it off during that, but until we actually put, I think we could probably enclose the space with like moving blankets or something initially to dampen the sound, because otherwise you're going to have a heck of an echo in there. It may not be too bad, I guess, with the insulation, but we'll see. We'll see how it is when it's all closed up. So currently, as we're sitting here, what's today's date?
February 2nd.
All right, so let's just let me put it to you this way.
25.
The rest of the building should be done here in the next day or two, and then we're
Kanye West just got sworn in last month.
garage doors will probably be here in about another 2 or 3 weeks, and then I got to schedule when I know for sure the date, I got to schedule my garage guy. So that's where we're at. They want so much damn money though. 3 doors, 2 roll-ups, or 1 roll-up rather, and then 2 12 by 12 overhead sectionals like a garage house, like a house. And they want, one guy quoted me $4,500. No operators. We're not putting any operators in there. Just the freaking door, the spring tension, and it's just got to open and close and latch. So, man, it's getting shit got so expensive with the delays in this building. This building's ended up costing me about 35-40% more than what I expected.
And
it
a
to
marriage.
No, I'm coming out of pocket. I'm not financing any bit of this. That money's been sitting there for a while.
Sounds like a government project.
Yeah, well, it is because of the government, the whole COVID bullshit, and jack that company up, and I just think they're having a hard time recovering.
People died, Mike.
Not from COVID, maybe from ventilators. Maybe from COVID, but people die from the flu. I don't hear no bitching about that.
You probably deny climate change too.
Prove to me it's real.
Let's look outside.
The climate's always changing, Mike.
No. Renewable energy is just a fat money maker for people to line their fucking pockets.
It is.
We are less of like
It is. How do we get in on it? You were looking for something
We
to
are
do?
like 0.03% or 0.04% of the air in the atmosphere is freaking carbon dioxide. How is that really a risk?
How do we get in on that?
I don't know. We should. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to sort of supplement some of the energy for my shop with solar panels. But I don't want to put fucking holes in my roof.
Or your neighbor's electricity.
Oh, that's smart, because then I don't have to pay for it. I just tap into their line. Brilliant, dude.
It is.
Sure. The
See,
bill.
I fucking wonder oftentimes why we stay friends, because you come up with some great ideas.
I know.
Go solar.
Yeah. Well, so
Put a windmill on top of your house.
When is our friend Ken's celebration of life? When are we doing that?
It's in June. I'm not gonna be here.
June
It's
what?
like
You're dying, Al?
it's the ending part of June.
Oh shit, I might not be here.
Um,
I'm taking off on Juneteenth for celebration in Washington.
I'm going out of town the week of the 4th of July.
We're doing my grandmother's celebration of life in Washington.
Over
20
Juneteenth?
Well, I'm leaving on Juneteenth. I think I'm coming back on the 21st or 22nd.
It's on the 24th.
Oh, okay. I'll be back in town by then. So anyway, Ken was, the last time I spoke with him, actually, he said, you got to come over and look at how I powered my shop. So I'm going to just kind of take a quick gander at that while we're celebrating Ken's life. So, but anyway, yeah, so the 24th. Who told nobody passed that shit on to me. They don't want me to show up.
Ken said, "Don't tell Mike."
Those were some of his last words. Oh, and don't let Mike come to my house for my celebration.
Yeah, he doesn't want you drinking the last of his beer.
Those are for the rest of the guests. Mike is going to drink all of it. No. Yeah, I'm going to have to check out how he's got his shop wired up for power.
Who's that?
Ken. Yeah.
You're just gonna show up and start looking around like,
No, dude, we're all going to his house for a barbecue, are we not? Something like that.
well, yeah, but you're just
Yeah.
gonna be like, can I get in the shed?
How do you know it's not going to be in the shop? My friend over
It
here
probably will be.
has Christmas celebrations every year in his freaking shop. It's Christmas. He turns the freaking heater on, and we all go out there and fucking have a hoedown.
Ooh, your wife know about that?
She's part of it. There's 40. That's a 40 by
She's a
63.
What part?
foot
Like the
shop.
whole part? In that? What?
No. Yeah, that's where you take your woman and you throw her on the ground. No, but he does it every year. So how do we know we're not going to be hanging out in Ken's shop? Like, do you think Mary Ellen wants everybody tracking through the house and everything on a nice summer day? I don't think so. We'll probably be outside and in
the
the shop.
backyard.
Who knows?
Give you a condolence. So is this 20 amp or what?
No, but you can look at wires and see.
You're in there with
can
your
just-
cell phone.
I'm sorry for
Well,
your loss.
I might do that. I take pictures of everything with my cell phone, but like, okay, when my brother was looking at his house, it came with like, it looks like one of those shops you could order and put together. And he lives in California, so he doesn't get beat up as much with weather as we do. But when I walk in there, it's like, okay, cool. You can follow the conduit with your eyes. You can look at it. I was coming off the panel. Okay, you got 220 on each side of the shop. You got one receptacle on each side of the shop. You can look at the circuits because you can just see where the conduit's running. It's not a big deal. Like, yeah, well, if we're at Ken's house and we happen to be in his shop, I don't know. You can just look around. Oh yeah, okay. Solar panel comes in there. Oh, that's how he's got the solar mounted on
So
the roof.
tonight,
No,
want to try to sneak in there?
I saw
He
this,
invited me to take a look at his shop right before he died.
Do you have proof?
No, but Ken knows it and I know it. So, well, no, wasn't Mike and a couple other people going to go in there and finish his golf simulator too?
I think so. I
Yeah.
think,
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Here's your Ken.
June would have been.
Yep.
No, July would have been 1 year
Since you passed?
since he retired.
Oh, retired. I was gonna say. Seems
Do you think the retirement contributed?
no.
No.
Well,
No, he held on too long.
I know. Well, a lot of the other health issues he had, you got to figure there was a lot of years of smoking in there.
Yeah. A few years of drinking.
Yeah, there's no doubt he partied plenty when
He would have fit in on
told-
this podcast.
when I told him I had a 1970 Dodge Dart. Yeah, he would have loved it. But yeah, when I told him I had a 1970 Dodge Dart, he told me this story about how he owned a Dart 340, which is what I'm putting in my car. But he didn't own it. Some drug dealer or something owed him money and said, "Here, you can have the keys to my car." And he's like, then I was all, I probably took too many lewds one night. And I was a little bit drunk and I was driving through this town. And I wrapped the car around the only telephone pole in town so nobody could call the cops on him. Dude, this is a pretty freaking funny story. It's like, I had too many Quaaludes and shit. But yeah.
He watched this podcast.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He knew of it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I already missed it, dude.
yeah, like
I left town. Where the fuck did I go?
June.
And then I was gonna come. I was gonna come back, and so I went to go see my kids at their Air Force bases. And then when I came back, I'm like, okay, I got to give Ken a call because I talked to him the day I jacked my shoulder up in jiu-jitsu. Is the last time I talked to him. That was it.
First week of June actually was. I had to
Was
look
that?
it up.
Was it 1 year for retirement?
When he retired? Yeah.
That's too bad.
Because that's how your medical insurance works. You get paid. I mean, they take it out that first paycheck of the month, right? And you're covered for that month.
Whose insurance?
Your medical insurance. That's how it works. So that's why
I thought your insurance ended on the day that you were done at work.
Well, because they took the money out for.
Oh, I was always told that it ends the day you're terminated.
Well, you might want to look into that, but that's why Ken did it this way, where he worked like that week of June or whatever,
That may be.
so that the money came out of his paycheck to pay for that month's insurance, and then he quit after that. So he's covered for the month basically. That's how he told it to me, though. I mean, someone could be wrong here. I don't know.
He's probably right.
No, I don't know.
I mean, I haven't actually looked into it. I just always assumed the day you're gone.
I mean, if you paid for it, right? I don't know.
I gotta quit drinking.
What's the matter? You see double right now?
Nah, I'm just thinking like, dude, I think I still probably beat my body up more than I should. But when I get addicted to exercise, I don't crave drinking. I don't crave smoking cigars. I don't crave any of that. But I have to get the addiction to the working out. Apparently, it takes more than just buying a membership. So, but no, my hangovers have turned into a lot of anxiety. So I can get like anxiety, panic attacks in the middle of the night shit.
That's where the CBD comes in.
No, not at all. Because what I would do, well, before I had the job I had now, I would do gummies, and then I realized to take my anxiety down. Now, granted, has THC in it as well, but then what I realized is it was a huge contributor to my anxiety. But when I'm well hydrated, well rested, exercise, by the way, not going to the gym freaking 8 days a week, but just go do something 3 times a week or something, just a little bit. I don't need a shit ton of exercise.
Jiu-jitsu.
I freaking feel great. Jiu-jitsu is something that I want to get back into, but man, I freaking got to do something to build my endurance a little bit before I freaking get back in it. I can't. One thing I did know in a few days of jiu-jitsu I was doing, when you got someone in your guard and you're fighting them and your abs are just flexed that whole time while you're wrestling with them, your abs wear out quick, dude. You gotta get those things in shape and get some freaking endurance.
You gotta do something where you're moving your whole body.
You gotta plank.
So I would say like burpees would be good, or I don't know if they teach you shrimping and all that.
Yeah.
So shrimping back and forth. I mean,
well, now, so when I have the shop, obviously there's a lot of shit I can't put in there, but what I can put in there is a rubber mat.
A mat, yeah.
And do some of this shit out there.
Well, fuck.
Well, hell, dude, you come out and we'll freaking
We should roll.
just roll in the freaking shop, dude.
All right.
Oh, I can't wait to get cauliflower ear.
Just wear these headphones.
You're not gonna get that from jiu-jitsu.
I mean, you can.
You can, but for the most part, it's not a striking kind of self-defense. It's grappling.
Then I don't want to do it.
Learn kudo.
You can't get cauliflower ear. I mean, but you can wear those headgears. So, I mean, you're going to be rolling on the floor. So,
I don't know that I want to get into competing. I think I'm past my competition age, but we'll see.
I'd say do it.
Compete?
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
Well, it gives you goals to work for, right? Work toward.
I mean, that's when you know. So, like at least a year. If you're in there for like a year or so, maybe even less, 9-10 months or something. But and a tournament comes up, I would say do it. And probably your sensei is going to say do it. Your professor or whoever you have will say do it, because that's a gauge. That's your gauge on your skill level. Because right now you're going through the same dojo and all this. You're rolling with the same people. That's all you have as your feedback.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when you're in there, your opponent is not going to go. You're going against like a blue belt or a brown belt. They're not going to go 100% on you.
No.
So
a
you
real
really
one's gonna know where they can hurt you.
You really don't know where you stand at that point. So a tournament would be the place, and you're going against someone from a different dojo.
Okay.
Like different type of training, maybe different.
Can I come to your dojo and roll? Would your sensei allow that? They said, yeah, you could come into our dojo.
And it actually works the other way around. I mean, you can, but so kudos in MMA, but they're like a jack of all trades, right? They do have jiu-jitsu class, they do have Muay Thai class, but I'm talking about just the Kudo class. And they would recommend that you go to a jiu-jitsu school to learn jiu-jitsu on top of this. You go to a kickboxing school to learn your kickboxing on top of this.
I got
You go to a judo class to learn your judo. You go to a wrestling, but they teach all that. I mean, they do have a judo instructor. They do have a kickboxing instructor. They do have a wrestling coach.
But if Justin learns too, then we can have our own competition in the shop. So it's just like you guys go, and then I just go ahead and roll with the winner.
I'm sweeping the leg. That's all.
So in competition, do you start from standing?
Yeah.
Okay.
You get points for takedowns. Of course, if you submit, then you win. But you get points for takedown. You get points for mounting. You get points for taking a back. You get points for reversing a mount. You get points for escaping a mount.
Okay.
So it's point based, and then of course submissions is submission. You win automatically. So.
Justin, you should do it too, dude.
I need to do something. I got to get back in shape.
But that'll get you in shape. But here's my biggest thing. What Al's absolutely right with this is when I was looking at it, I'm like, dude, but I don't know, man. I'm freaking kind of fat, pudgy, and not flexible. But there are guys in there that are not small that are rolling just fine. They've obviously found their flexibility and everything else. So, but I went out there, I watched their freaking warm up, and I'm like, fucking, this is easy. Dude, anybody can do this shit. And then I went and did it, and it's like, that freaking warm up killed me. It was, dude, you sweat so much. So you're going to, you will get in shape. You will lose weight. But
I mean, it's full body movement, right? It's just like, okay, lying on your back on the couch or even on the floor. You're just lying down and then try to get up as quick as you can. Just get
Whatever you're doing while you're laying down. Yeah.
I mean, you like try to.
Oh, like your mom walks in the room, like.
Yeah,
nothing.
But it's like your whole body. You're moving your whole body, and then it's from the floor. It's not you're standing on the floor moving your whole. It's from the floor, getting up, moving your whole body, and keep doing that over and over again. I mean, you're gonna get worn out real fast. Just something like that.
My old thing though is Tanya's just like, well, if this getting sick thing is a regular thing because you're rolling with everybody, then that ain't gonna fly. So she didn't like it when I came home after 2 or 3 days of doing this, and and again, you're both freaking dripping in sweat. You're grappling. You're in close quarters, close contact with each other, gripping each other. Spit.
Yeah, and you could have got sick. You could have
breath.
got that anywhere, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, my son.
But I mean, dude, on a freaking mat when you're rolling with somebody, that's more than likely where it came from.
My son did boxing for a while when he was younger, and I used to go in there and do the warm ups with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they did a lot of like leg work, and then even just punching the bag for a minute at a pop, and then resting 30, and then a minute. Just keeping those arms moving like that is like, it doesn't seem like much, but
no, if you just put a heavy bag in your garage and you just kick and punch that thing, that's going to wear you down. If you're not used to doing it, especially.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
A heavy bag you can get a fucking hell of a workout with.
And a lot of it is when your body's not, your central nervous system not used to these movements,
Yeah.
Or movement at all.
In my case, movement
like,
at all.
I mean, as a kid, I remember doing cartwheels all the time, in the fucking at the fucking playground. But try doing now.
Oh, dude, if I just roll like 3 times, I'm dizzy as hell.
Yeah.
Where it's you did that shit all the time as a kid. You didn't get dizzy, you really had to try to get dizzy when you were a kid. So. But you're like you mentioned, like tumbling and shit like that. It's just not something that you do, So, who's that?
Weef.
Oh, okay. I couldn't read it from there. But anyway, I
think it's time to hit that hardware store.
Good grief. So, but I would encourage anybody to do something like that can challenge themselves where you're never going to really reach a destination. That's the whole thing. It's always a challenge,
Yeah.
and there's always room to grow. So, but I don't know. You have more experience with it than I do. So,
I think it's great.
yeah.
I hear stories. You got, ex veterans that they were out in Afghanistan and whatnot, and they have PTSD and start hitting the bottle, and they almost lose their family and all this shit. And they said like, jiu-jitsu saved their lives. It was something that came into their lives where they could focus on. They put all their time and energy into this one thing.
Yeah, and I think that the community, any place I've been to, they're very accepting. They're very supportive of one another. That's kind of the thing I dig about it as well. And I'm similar to that. If I'm left to my own devices, dude, I get into some pretty rough habits that really just aren't healthy. If I keep myself occupied, I tend to fall out of the crappy habits, and it's like, no, I'm trying to work toward this goal. I'm trying to get this done. And I looked at jiu-jitsu as something to do that until day number 2 when I jacked up my shoulder. Like I was able to deal with the mat burns and everything else. By the way, so our mat down here is pretty rough. I go to like my niece and nephew's Taekwondo school. They got like a super smooth mat. Dude, does every dojo for freaking jiu-jitsu have that sort of rougher mat?
They're all different.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get a smooth one for the shop because that rough one, to hell with that. I'm freaking mat burns all over the top of my feet on day 1.
Yeah, I don't think I ever had mat burns.
Yeah. Look at I still got the freaking marks on my feet from it. You see that dot?
Yeah.
And this one here? Same thing.
Yeah, I don't think I had mat burns. From where I roll.
But I mean, I found a way to get past it. Just put super glue all over the mat burn and you're fine. So, whatever. I put so much super glue on my feet today last week before we went to the movies. I had to, I get cracked heels when I drink too much beer because I'm not hydrated enough. My right heel specifically. And I'll just fill it in with super glue.
How do you get mat burns? I'm trying to think how to get mat burns on the top of your feet. You should be on your toes, I think.
It's in the warm-ups. So where you sit down like this and then you get up on one knee and then you drop the other way.
Oh, okay.
And you're dragging the tops of your feet across the mat. So because obviously you're going to be barefoot, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, whatever. Do it, Justin.
What am I doing?
Fucking go do jiu-jitsu, dude.
I'm not. I'm not.
We're gonna start a fight club, dude, right here in my freaking backyard. I mean, we're not supposed to talk about it, but
I'm a white belt, but I think I have enough knowledge just to get you just the rolling, the tumbling, and just the basic concept on guards, and I'm a white belt.
Here's the thing. Though it's very up close and personal, and at first you're just kind of like, this feels weird, and then after a day or two you're just used to it. Screw it, you're gonna be on the floor rolling around with another sweaty man. That's just the way it is, dude. You're gonna be pretty much hugging each other. So, but anyway,
did you guys see that incident downtown? What was it, 2 days ago? At 4:30 in the morning. So, short story. It doesn't have a whole lot of content, but just it's worth the commentary at least. So, title: Man rolls down sidewalk in wheelchair, fires several shots.
yeah, that's if he didn't hurt anyone, that's boss level right there.
What kind of gun?
So it doesn't really say here. So a man in a wheelchair was
of
rolling
course
down
it's an AR-15. Right?
I was just gonna say, if it's not an AR-15, then it's fine.
North Nevada, early Sunday morning, firing a handgun, according to the police department. Responded to East San Miguel Street in North Nevada just before 4:30 a.m. Reports for disturbance.
But
Police
I
said
mean,
they were
really,
firing a gun for his wheelchair, but it was not targeting residents in particular.
Oh, thank God.
But would you rather him do it at 4:30 p.m. where there's a lot more people out? If you're gonna do shit like that, 4:30 a.m. is probably the time of day to do it, right? Like if you got, like I got a wheelchair.
Like there's a
My
If I'm
thing
gonna roll
is,
down the street with it, shooting off my pistol, I'm
my
gonna do
thing
it at 4
is-
a.m. not
Roll
4 p.m.
not that guys in
Hey,
wheelchairs
Jen.
don't do nightlife, but I don't remember seeing it that often. And to be packing,
Well, they have a hard time dancing. That's
you think maybe he left wherever he was at like 6:30 p.m. and it took him that long to get home?
he's all pissed.
that could be, yeah.
Like he was drunk
The
and he was trying to go
frickin-
up a hill and he kept rolling backwards.
The Uber wasn't wheelchair accessible.
But, I mean, was he at his girl's house and she fucking kicked him out? What the hell are you doing out at 4:30 in the morning with a
honestly,
wheelchair?
Dude, I think that he was really just like, dude, I'm drunk. And what would be really awesome, because I'm picturing this in my head, is if I roll down the street, just shoot my pistol off. That would be really cool. And then he just went, because everything sounds like a great idea when you're drunk.
It says he hit 4 houses, but no one was hurt.
Thank you. All right,
Thank
good.
God.
You know, in one way or another, their insurance or whatever will pay for that shit, and it'll be fine. You know, so, or he'll pay for it, whatever. But
Yeah, but what are the scenarios that guy's out at 4:30 a.m. with his pistol? I understand when you go out at 4:30 a.m. and you're vulnerable like that, you probably have something.
so
Maybe he had a flight.
Have
He had
you
a
ever
early morning flight to
maybe,
catch.
and maybe the Uber wasn't picking him up, and he was on his way to his flight. And he's
Yeah.
like, I better get rid of all the bullets out of this gun before I get to the airport. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios here.
I think we're missing the part where him and his friends were out fucking around and they found a wheelchair. And they're like, dude,
and then this guy got so drunk he just couldn't
they're
walk
like, let's
anymore.
go, dude. And they were just like,
Yeah, and he looks back, his friend's gone. It's like, dude, I thought you were pushing me. The police show up.
he just played it up like, sorry.
He's a Vietnam vet,
Yeah,
and he's like 23 years old.
He was like, I
Well,
was
think of
trying
it
to
this
stop
way,
the
like-
wheelchair by shooting it.
Did they say in the story that alcohol was involved or no?
They didn't say.
Okay, all great ideas involve alcohol, so this is a great idea. But let me ask you this: Have you ever gotten really shit faced drunk and then done something smart? Not usually, right?
Yeah,
It's usually you do something dumb. So he got shit faced and was like, "This sounds like a great idea. I think I'm going to do it." I don't think he was thinking I'm going to get caught and it could be a great news story. I don't think it was anything.
I mean,
to that
you're not
level.
making much of a getaway if you're going to do something nefarious.
I think he's using the gun for propulsion. Like
Oh, that's
Yeah, that could be.
he
Too.
goes about 10 yards. Pass. That's what he was doing.
Who knows? There's all sorts of scenarios.
he's probably holding it while trying to
But-
roll his wheels at the same time. And he kept hitting
Al's-
the trigger on it.
As Al already stated, since it's not an AR-15, it's totally okay.
It's
'cause
okay.
It's not a dangerous gun.
You know, it wasn't full semi-auto.
He didn't say
Yeah.
whether it had an arm brace or not, though.
Hmm.
Because he is handicapped. I mean, handy capable.
He very well could have been, because I think it's the 31st, right? May 31st.
Yeah.
He very well could have just been doing it for that reason. Like, I better use this arm
better-
brace as much as I can before this new rule kicks in, because ATF is now allowed to legislate rules
Yeah.
that can make you a felon. But whatever. So he might have just been like, "Hey, man, sorry, arm brace. You're gonna go. Let's just have one good."
Yeah. I have to destroy you.
Yeah, one good last hurrah. Right now, I'm getting my wheelchair. It's 4 a.m. Let's celebrate.
Maybe those houses were far apart and he was chasing a guy.
What?
Yeah, it could be.
Guy was just trying to run away on him.
The
while
only
he
thing
was-
that would have made this better is if this was like some sort of scooter, like a get around scooter, like Walmart or something, and he had 2 pistols. That would
Right.
And it was 2 guys. 2 guys had no.
Dude, Yosemite Sam did it.
Guys in
so-
wheelchairs
2
shooting at each other.
Having a fucking Mexican standoff, just going back and forth in the scooters with pistols.
That would be fun to see, like a scooter. Yeah, like a
Shooting
straw.
across
Like
Nevada.
those Christopher Reeve ones with the straw. Yeah. And they're like,
Yeah.
Motherfucker.
one blow in that straw a certain way and it shoots the pistol off.
Yeah, Christopher Reeves and Stephen Hawkins.
Having a gunfight
Stay still.
at sundown.
Stay still. Come
Ah, you guys are
back
going to hell.
here, motherfucker.
Oh, you guys are all going to hell, man.
I'll pay money for that.
Well, it's too late because Stephen Hawking.
Well,
we
they're
can't
both-
pay him money to do it.
They're
so,
both they both have passed.
yeah.
So
Yeah, in a gun shootout.
a duel.
They were in some opposite gangs and
The
Crips. That's right.
Crips and the Bloods.
The Crips and the Bloods.
Well,
Yeah.
Superman was wearing mostly blue. Well, he had a red cape too. I don't know what gang he would have been. Booyah Tribe, probably. The Hawkins was in the Booyah Tribe. I guess someone, the SOS Sons of Samoa. I think he was in that gang.
I'm sure he was.
So I'm looking at right here 45 political couples in the United States that will make you envious of their union. I got to this one. So Jen Psaki, if you guys remember, Circle Back Psaki, and Gregory Metcher. This guy's, dude, she's pegging him. She's got to be pegging him.
Yeah.
So
Is she
I'm just looking at
Japanese?
this. No, she freaking looks like
Oh, just
Raggedy
based on
Ann.
her last name, I thought she was Japanese.
She's like Greek or something.
She looks like Raggedy. Yeah, it's Psaki. She
Yeah,
looks
it's
like Raggedy
wow.
Ann.
Like, it's Latin.
Remember the
I know,
White
I'm
House?
kidding.
And no, okay,
Does he look like he's been pegged?
yeah. Don't you think, Al?
Yep.
He's been pegged. Totally.
Is that why you're envious?
That's
Very.
exactly why we would be envious, of course, because, like, dude, who wouldn't want to be pegged by Circle Back Psaki? There's Joe Biden and Joe Biden. Married
Is this the new Joe Biden, the imitation one, or is this the?
You can tell by his ears.
The AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the old one, actually. Married since 1977. I'm so envious. All right, I've been alive since 1977. So, yeah. Anyway. Oh, and then of course Nancy Pelosi and Paul Pelosi.
Yeah. Never mind.
Yeah,
Old hammerhead.
I think he's got a couple fetishes.
Yeah.
Hammerhead. No, his gay lover just beat the shit out of him.
That story just went away too.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that weird how that happens, huh? Kamala Harris and Doug Emhoff.
And Montel Jordan
and Doug
or Montel
Emhoff.
Williams.
And downtown Jerry Brown.
Is there any Republicans in here?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering, is if there were. So, wait a minute.
Oh, there,
okay,
right
Kayleigh
there.
McEnany and Sean
Right there.
Gilbarton. See, now this guy, you could tell, he calls the shots. She got herself a real man right there.
She just had a baby.
Another one?
Like,
I thought she was having a hard time
No,
having them,
and
and then
she
she
doesn't
got
have-
one.
yeah, it was like earlier this year.
She had a double mastectomy too, didn't
Yeah.
Well, she did that preemptively
That was,
because there was so much breast cancer that ran
in
in her
her
family.
family. Yeah.
So she probably not a dumb move. So
she? No. Just picturing it. That's all.
what the fake ones look like, or the original ones? wait. Oh well, Melania and Donald Trump married since 2005. That's a hell of a run, isn't it, boys and girls?
I heard their son is like huge now. Is that true?
He's taller than Trump, I think. And I
Barron?
think Trump's like
Yeah, I
6'4".
heard he's fucking huge.
Which
now.
one's their kid? Barron?
Baron?
Barron is their kid. Yeah,
Wow.
Melania and Don's.
We must get Moose and Skur.
You ever see the conspiracy theory on the naming of his kid and that? Was
No,
it
but let's look.
a
Okay,
book
you
or
want to
something. There was like something that talked about.
let's do some wager real quick. Hold on. How tall is Barron Trump? How tall do you think he is? How tall do you think?
Based
he
on what you said, he's got to be 6'5".
is? Yeah, at least 6'5", right?
Yeah. How tall is Don?
What?
I think he's 6'4".
I thought so too.
6'4", 6'3".
What about Baron von Munchausen?
Okay, let's do Don first. Okay, how tall is Donald Trump?
What about Baron von Munchausen?
The Red Baron?
Donald Trump is 6'3".
A measly.
So, how tall is Barron Trump? You see that?
Is that for real?
Yeah,
6'7".
6'7", dude.
Is he playing b-ball or what?
No, dude, he's got a super tall mom and a super tall dad. What do you want? It's
Think,
just going to double up those numbers.
Michael Jordan is 6'6".
Yeah, so Barron Trump's taller than Michael Jordan is.
What the fuck?
That's freaking. You think about it, like my ceilings are like 6. I mean, my mom's ceilings are like 6'6". So
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
No, that's actually probably closer to 8 feet.
Yeah, it's
but,
probably 8 feet. I was just gonna say.
But you think that, yeah, somebody walking through here with their foot their head like a foot from the ceiling.
Yeah,
Dude,
he's
that is a
almost, he's
tall
ducking
motherfucker.
under that short part right
Yeah,
there.
he's got a
'Cause
duck
not
under the
sure.
shot here.
He's like,
Shit, that's what Nick does already. He has to duck
Well,
his
yeah,
head.
Nick's tall. What's Nick? Probably 6'2"?
6'3".
He's 6'3"?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick's pretty tall.
with the afro,
Yep. With the fro.
him and Fletch.
In his pumps. In his heels.
Okay, so you said Barrett who? What?
Nothing.
The Red Baron.
Barrett Doss?
No, Baron von Munchausen.
Oh, how tall is
Who's
Barrett?
that?
You never watched that movie with what is the English comedy group?
Oh, Monty Python.
Python. Yeah, it has all the
Yeah.
Monty Python guys in it.
Okay.
6'2".
That's one of my favorite movies when it comes out. I watch
Which
it.
one?
The
Monty
Adventures of Baron von Munchausen.
It's one
Oh,
of the
I'm from the-
later ones. Right?
That's one of your favorite Monty Python flicks?
Well, yeah, that. Well, I don't know.
What's
is
your
it,
favorite
is it
National
considered part of the
Lampoons?
Monty Python?
What's your
I
favorite
get it.
National Lampoon movie?
I don't know.
I mean, Christmas Vacation has got to be up there.
Animal House. I don't know. I think it's a bit dated. I think.
Do you think? Okay, but some of them were horrible. Some of the National Lampoon, all the vacations were fairly good.
Yeah.
Not the Vegas.
Well,
Vegas
I
sucked.
wasn't a fan of European Vacation.
Yeah, European and Vegas vacation.
But
Well, when they went to
Vacation and Christmas Vacation are good.
Disneyland or wherever they were going to, and John
Wally
Candy's
World.
Wally World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
But
original.
Christmas Vacation was funny.
We watch Christmas Vacation every year still at Christmas. So in Christmas season,
So was Animal House the first one? National Lampoon movie?
had to be right around the start of it. What was the first Monty Python then? Was it Holy Grail?
I haven't watched all those, so I don't know.
I think the Baron one and
The
Meaning
only
of
one
Life.
I ever watched, I think, was Holy Grail.
They had Holy Grail. They had Life of Brian. What else was in that? Well, like the Baron or Meaning of Life might have been like the last one. One of those. They're their later ones.
What about Mel Brooks? It was the best Mel Brooks movie.
Probably the History of the World, maybe.
Think so? What about Spaceballs?
I do
Spaceballs.
love some Spaceballs.
Spaceballs,
I
pretty
bet
good.
you do love those balls.
Balls to
There's
Spaceballs
one,
to the wall.
He did a Hitchcock spoof called High Anxiety. Yeah, I don't think you guys remember that one. That was kind of a flop.
You're older than us. You probably,
Yeah.
we probably don't remember.
You're definitely ancient
I
compared to us.
remember watching it in the theaters as a kid.
And I
What
don't think
about-
Mike and
well,
I were born yet.
Obviously,
Oh.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh yeah,
Blazing
that's
Saddles.
a classic. That
That's
would
a hard
never,
one to beat.
never be shown on TV ever again.
Well, I heard they were going to put it back in the theater, but then I go, are they really going to play that opening scene with the original script?
Probably not.
You think so? Probably not, right?
Yeah.
Like, I guess.
It'll be-
But then again, Mel Brooks can get away with it because he's Jewish.
It'll
So
be
He
X-rated.
gets away with it.
They'll give it a new rating.
Yeah, well, that may be true too. But I'm really curious to see if that opening scene mostly. I mean, there's a couple other scenes too, but mostly that opening scene. But anyway, yeah, Mel Brooks is freaking good stuff. History of the World was fantastic. I like that one too. So yeah, let's talk about that corny, cheesy ass freaking comedy. You know,
And his,
slapstick kind of.
His son wrote World War Z.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He started writing all these zombies. It was like a survival book. Was it Max Brooke, I believe. He wrote the zombie survival book, and that was a hit seller. And then he did the World War Z. I might have World War Z wrong, but I think he did write that.
All right. Well, I have a computer right here.
Max
so-
Brooke.
Max Brooks.
But yeah, he started writing these zombie books.
Looking it up right now, folks. World War Z. They're linking them to World War Z and the Great Wall, which was 2016.
Okay.
World War
Well,
Z was
yeah, I mean,
2013.
that's the movies, but I think the books came out way before that.
Max Brooks known for, Max Brooks known for Brad Pitt in World War Z 7.0, Matt Damon in The Great Wall, 5.9, whatever the hell that is. Saturday Night Live, 1975. He's 5'9".
Okay, that's good to know.
So yeah, he's not even close to Barron Trump's height. So
Okay.
Barron Trump's almost a whole foot taller. But anyway, oh shit! Who the hell's calling? Is that my phone? Whose phone is that?
My friend Al.
Do I even have to ask anymore? Jeez. So, okay, so best Mel Brooks film. What did we say? Best National Lampoons. And what was the other one? Best.
How about who did the oh shit, what is his name? Did Mississippi Biloxi Blues. The guy that wrote it, not Matthew Broderick, but
But that's the only other Matthew Broderick I can think
who
movie I can
was
think of besides
the
Ferris Bueller's Day.
screenwriter? The screenwriter. It was a Broadway play first, but he also did he did tons of other movies during that time.
Who wrote it?
Yeah, Biloxi Blues.
Yeah, Biloxi Blues was good.
Oh,
I'm thinking
the guy
Blake
from Ghostbusters?
Blake
No.
Edwards, but it wasn't
Neil
Blake.
Simon.
Neil Simon. Okay.
Oh,
He was the playwright.
So he
me and
yeah.
Julio down by the schoolyard.
No.
Oh, that's Paul Simon. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he did. What else did he do? He did tons of other movies. Did he do the Jack Ritter? The Jack Ritter. John Ritter. Skin Deep. Did he do Skin Deep? Also. This probably doesn't fall in the same category. No, I think because you guys said Mel Brooks, so I think Neil Simon would fall in there. He
Biloxi Blues, Sunshine Boys, Goodbye Girl, Barefoot in the Park, The Odd Couple, Lost in Yonkers, The Odd Couple 2.
isn't on. Well, I guess those movies are too old for you guys to like really make a.
What about
Yeah, dude,
What
wait.
about Tarantino?
Oh,
Pulp
that's
Fiction.
I love a lot of his movies.
his
Reservoir Dogs is
Yeah.
good.
his are hit and miss with me.
Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction's a classic.
Like I couldn't get into.
I thought
no,
Django was good.
Django's not bad. Pulp Fiction's obviously great.
That what is it? Hateful Eight was actually his storytelling
Hateful
is
Eight.
so freaking good.
Yeah.
Hateful Eight is one that it's like, yeah, I could watch it anytime.
Oh, the Hollywood one.
Oh
Once
yeah, that
Upon a
was.
Time in
He
Hollywood.
does do a lot of great.
Yeah, that one's good.
I think that was okay. It wasn't horrible, but I wouldn't put it like
Now,
towards his greater work.
what about Kill Bill? I think I have to
liked
go
it.
back and watch it because I was not
That's
a fan
one
of Kill Bill
series
1
I
or
have
2.
never watched.
I
I
liked
don't know
it.
why.
I think I was just either too drunk or I fell asleep or something. Because you know how scenes can be long, right? Like Inglourious Bastards. I was not a fan of Inglourious Bastards.
I've never watched that one either.
So
I need to
the
watch
the
it.
opening scene, I was like, come on, get on with it.
when fucking Brad Pitt was doing the Italian accent.
The Italian. Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious.
What about best Kevin Smith movie?
There is none. No. Well, Clerks.
What about worst Kevin Smith movie?
Probably the one with the J-Lo one with Affleck and J-Lo. Jersey Girl. I think.
I don't even think I've
Geely?
seen that.
Yeah.
Jiggly?
That
What
one.
is that?
that
I was gonna say
flopped.
Chasing Amy was horrible.
I think it was the Jersey Girl.
Mallrats.
Mallrats is a good flick.
Yeah, that's a
dude.
good flick.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
and I
probably doesn't-
I don't
didn't
give a
age well.
shit. I still like the original Clerks, dude.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I mean,
I
that's-
watched it probably a month
That's the
ago.
one
was
that,
last
that
time.
made me a fan. Then Mallrats came out. Well, Mallrats is it's okay. It's not as bad as like what everyone else is. And then what came after
What
that?
people
Chasing-
talk shit about Mallrats?
Yeah, because because everyone's expecting Clerks and all that, but a lot of shit got nixed by the producers because he was talking about a scene where they're going to be in a dressing room with that Joy chick in the stall, and then fucking Silent Bob was fucking jerking off like her, like he could see her through the crack in the door or something, was jerking off in the next stall.
Yeah, but you still got to
And
see
then-
her boobs when he came flying in as Batman. So
And then he was supposed to like jizz, and it's supposed to go over the wall and land in her hair, like something about Mary. But this
Yeah.
was before something about Mary. But that got nixed out of the script. Kevin Smith was talking about that.
that's probably a little bit more risque at the time. You know,
Oh yeah,
Nowadays,
especially
it's
with
perfectly
Porky's and what Revenge of the Nerds.
No,
Yeah.
I think I like Mallrats. I honestly I like Clerks 1. Clerks 2 is okay. It starts getting a little bit too out there.
Strikes Back.
I haven't watched 3.
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Oh,
That was actually
pretty good.
funny. I mean, it wasn't a great movie, but it was funny.
Oh, you guys got to see Red State. Red State was actually good. It's a drama. It's
That's
not a
Kevin
comedy.
Smith.
It's loosely based on that Westbrook church or whatever. See,
Westboro Baptist Church.
I would have the Westboro Baptist is loosely based on that. I would have bought you guys a copy of it, but my desktop PC took a shit on me, so
Oh, so your Apple Pay stopped working?
so
so you get a new desktop then, or
I actually have the hardware, but I can't find my Windows CD, my Windows 7. It's somewhere in the house.
so
And
you
I
need to
can-
load Windows 7.
to get Windows 10.
Do you need to load Windows
No,
7
so
or
you can
Windows
upgrade
10?
7.
What's the computer? What did the computer come with?
7.
Okay, that's
And-
what you should
and
be
then-
running.
and then
Because this one came with 7, and I put 10 on it. 10 runs like shit
No,
because it's just so. It's
I
old.
updated to 10. It was fine. It was
Did you?
fine, but it just took but the power supply took a shit. Took up both hard drives. Took up all my CD drives.
Okay,
So
You should replace it with an Ultra 10.
I was thinking about it.
I got
Ultra 10.
Windows 7
but
or 10.
but
That's
it was,
why I'm
it's,
asking.
it's fine. I mean, it's an old.
Now I got Windows 10 on my shit, and they want me to, if I want to upgrade to 11. I'm like, no.
It's a very old gaming computer, but it could do whatever the games I played though.
All right, well, let's get you up and running so we can watch Red
It's
State.
actually
then.
a Frogger arcade. You call it an old gaming computer? It's just
Dig Dug,
Or does it play like
it's like
Frogger
256.
and Pong.
8-bit.
Well, no, 8-bit is like what we had with NES, right?
Oh, did you try Left 4 Dead yet?
I did. I can't get out of the fucking building. Like the great way it starts.
Okay.
I'm like, dude, I gotta play this shit with some friends.
Okay, yeah. I'll see if my headset still works, and then we'll get on.
So
there.
there's this other one, and it's called. There's another one I tried. I'm like, okay. So for those of you who don't know, my son gave me. Essentially, it's a laptop you can game on. So I downloaded some simple games that I used to love to play. Back my desktop here, which is like, what the hell do you call it? Shit. Age of Empires, right?
Wow.
So and it's more of a simulator game, right? So you're just kind of building this to conquer the level.
Farmville.
Somewhat.
Sort of, yeah. So you're gonna build up these barracks, and then they're gonna produce troops, and then you go over here, and your peasants, whatever, they friggin' got to chop down trees and mine the rock. Anyway, so those are the kind of games I tend to like to play when I'm just sort of passively, maybe just watching TV, whatever. But then you sent me the Left 4 Dead 2.
Yeah.
And so I downloaded that. And it's like, dude, what is this? Like, 2.8 gigs, some shit like that. And you're like, dude, just hit download and go to bed. Or like,
Right
but
before bed.
I wasn't making that statement because my internet's much faster than yours, I think. It took only 10 minutes to download. It wasn't a big
Wow.
deal. But it's just, it was like, I was just saying, you're going to take up that much space on my hard drive? This game better be good. So,
You have a Steam account?
But
No, my son does. I mean, you can just sign up, right? So
Yeah, it's
yeah.
free.
And then,
I don't really have a computer to play it on.
but then I ordered one called
Not a
Bump.
Sun Ultra 10.
So then there's this other game I decided to try for $8.99. It's called Bum Simulator. And
It's just like real life.
yeah,
You're like, it's just like real life.
it is. You are a bum, and it's telling you like how to scavenge for shit.
There's like a camera behind you, and you're like, this is so real.
It's doing everything I'm doing.
It's like it could read my mind. So no, there's that. Now, of course, I download like Tiger Woods Golf and shit like that. So
All right, so maybe the weekend, maybe like Saturday night, I'll bug you. I got to test my headset. I haven't used that in a while. I got to see if that works.
So we'll just all videotape ourselves gaming together, or record.
We can
I haven't
screen.
tested my
Screen
headset,
capture.
but I think I can use the one for my PlayStation on my laptop. So
We
Yeah,
can
we
do
can talk about topics. We can come with some topics while we're doing that.
We can do a screen capture. Do all that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we can just podcast while we're gaming.
I mean, gaming is big still.
Yeah.
How much?
on YouTube.
How big are the graphics on that Left 4 Dead?
It came out in like 2009. Or
Yeah,
something,
they're not awesome,
2007.
but they're not bad.
But it's still popular up on stream.
Because I play Sniper Ghost Warrior too. Also, I should say Sniper Ghost Warrior.
Because
and it's like they're okay.
I have a computer that is very similar to the ones we had at work quite a few years ago, and I upgraded
about the same
it.
quality, right?
Yeah, I upgraded it with a mediocre card for graphics.
That'll work. Your graphics might be a little choppy though.
Well, I upgraded it with I forget what the TI card, blah blah blah. So for my son, because he was doing a little bit of game. I mean, this is probably 10 years ago, maybe. So
that will work.
Because I have a PC like
more
that
beer.
it's in the kitchen. It's more for surfing. You know, I have one like that. But I put my old video card in that one, so it plays. Like when my daughter used to play on that one, Left 4 Dead, and you don't realize how choppy the video is until I jump on that computer, and like holy shit! I mean, it'll work. It won't crash.
What kind of video card you put in it?
I don't remember. So all that shit's old.
Maybe I'll see if I can get that one up and running. See how it does. Download some stuff.
It's like my HP in here. They had onboard graphics on the motherboard, and when I put in that Sniper Ghost Warrior the first time, you couldn't. It was very choppy. Like it was like constant freeze frame, right?
You use keyboard when you do it, or you use a?
I do keyboard,
That seems like it'd be hard.
so I'm not. It'll be harder
You get a trackball.
for the joystick.
I have
Depends on the game.
I have a trackball like this, a wireless one. So that's just right there. It's on my armrest, and I can do it. And then, there's certain things, like if you're gonna pick something Left 4 Dead, like if you're gonna pick something up or drop something, you got to use keyboard for shit like that.
E, yeah.
So you're using like a Xbox controller?
No, I use my mouse and I use my keyboard.
Yeah, it's the WASD.
Because you can use an Xbox controller, right?
You can.
Hook it up.
Yeah, you can use a controller. But I mean, I'm so used to using the keyboard that there's certain games I would use the controller though. But yeah, Left 4 Dead is definitely keyboard for me.
How many times have you beat that game?
A lot. Like I said, whenever
So
it
it's
came
pretty easy. This is like the only game you can beat. That's why you keep playing it over and over.
it's actually fun.
Oh,
I mean, it's just the way. So they have something. Well, the AI is they call it the director, and it's based on how you're playing is how the game's gonna play.
okay.
So
I didn't know that.
if you're kicking ass, there's more zombies
gonna get harder.
Gonna come out, and then the levels, like easy.
I was just thinking you're going to play it just like you play life. You're going to sandbag and coast your way through it.
Oh, yeah, just like you do with life. Yeah, absolutely.
No, and then the levels, right? You got easy, can't even speak. Easy, normal, advanced, and expert. And the only difference is the damage.
Oh, that you take on?
That you take and the damage on the zombie.
So we could play with your daughter and my son too, because because when you sent me that, then I looked at Jacob. Jacob's a Steam account, and it said no, he's played it before too.
Ah.
So then he saw that I downloaded. He's like, "Dude, you downloaded Left 4 Dead too?" I said, "Well, Al sent it to me."
Doug's on it.
Is he?
Eldridge and Nick. Nick has it. I play with them.
Oh, really?
Before.
Really? Okay.
It's been a while though.
Shit, we got to just team up, dude. Because I'll always be the girl, so it's fine.
It's 4.
Oh,
well, it depends. You could do the versus mode. I think the versus mode is 8-on-8. So we could, if we get a good enough team.
Yeah.
So the versus you play as the survivors, and then the other team plays as the special infected. And the object is to the survivors had to get to the safe house. The special infected had to stop them. And then once that round ends, then everyone switch.
So, like, You know how the game starts out? You're in freaking a building, right? You got to get down to the ground floor.
The burning building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's that one part where it's just like, dude, I'm just going to keep trying to run through the flames. And then I realized this doesn't work because you can't jump. There's no jump. So you're like, what the hell, dude? And it's like, so I'm just dying. And then, of course, my computer or whatever characters are reviving me and everything. And it took me a while to go jump out of the window, walk along, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Edge,
Yeah.
and then jump back in the window.
That's the fun part, though, figuring it out.
Yeah. I mean, it took me about
You know
probably
what the kids
about
do?
20
The young
minutes,
kids,
half
they
hour.
just
to
get on
figure it out.
YouTube and watch others play it, so they know
Yeah.
what to do.
No, I try to figure it out before I do that. I'm not saying I've never done that. But I try to not go for that right away. It's easy to do too, right? Because you're playing a game on a laptop. It's like, open a window and YouTube it. But whatevers.
It's fun. I mean,
So,
yeah. I mean, it's at the point where I want to see how long I can keep my health at 100%. Is that I mean, it's like 2009 or something.
yeah.
Is when I've been
But
playing.
you don't
this.
use controllers at all,
So,
ever.
I mean, it's
like
just-
when you're playing, I know when you're playing at work, you probably don't use a controller. But when you're playing at home, do you use controllers at home?
No,
Okay.
not on that game.
Okay.
No, like I said, I mean, I've been playing this forever, so it'll be pretty embarrassing if I couldn't get to the expert level at this point. So, but I mean, yeah, that's all we play. Me and Allison, we do the expert level, and yeah, and there's comes to a point where
I think I'm in the middle somewhere. I didn't go easy, but I'm not
level.
expert.
No, I'll join some teams online, and I see a familiar, name pop up, and then they'll know like, oh, cool, we got Lunchbox here. It's like, all right,
Is that your nickname?
No, it's Lunch 30X. So
Lunch 30x.
30X.
It's Lunchbox.
He likes his
6'9",
his lunch.
6'9".
Look at the guy. He's just like 30X lunch. So yeah.
You're getting talked shit to by a 9-year-old who's kicking your ass in the game.
Dude, you want shit talking? Get on Grand Theft Auto at like 2 a.m. and there's like 7 and 8-year-olds that are just talking a bunch of shit. They're cussing up. So I'm like, where the hell are your parents, dude? Like, what the hell? So
Fuck you, boomer.
yeah, their freaking mouths are nasty, man.
There's this pirate game that's out there that you can go and loot everyone's fucking loot, I guess, and all this stuff. And there's like tons of like shit talking on that
Yeah.
that game.
Well, so Grand Theft Auto's the pain in the ass about it is you just have a lot of people that like to grief the shit out of people. And so, when they got a new tool or a new means of effectively doing it, then it makes your life a fucking living hell when you're actually just trying to do something. So you have a couple options. You can like go into an invite only session, which they've allowed a lot of the missions. Like I think you can do Cayo Perico and some of these other missions where you get massive money. You can do it in an invite only session now, but it wasn't always like that way. You had to be in a regular session. And in order to do that without people in there, you just have to slow down your MTU settings. And then it doesn't see like thinks like your PlayStation can't keep up with everybody else's out there. So they put you in your own session. So there's a couple of things you could do with PlayStation, but
So
You're
maybe
a
you can.
genius.
you got a PS5 yet for me?
No, my son has one though. Oh, you
Oh,
won't?
just sell
You can
me
go down to
his.
Best Buy right now and pick one up.
Oh, they're that
It'll
available?
be cheaper.
They're available. You can order one there. I see them at Walmart occasionally. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they're everywhere.
They're cheaper now.
All right. Well, I'm going to walk into Best Buy. If there's not one there, then I'm going to come
Or
to
you
your
can get,
house
you know
and I'm going
what?
to
Get
set it
on
on
Best Buy
fire.
and it'll tell you if it pick it up in a few hours. You know they got one.
I don't know that I need one, but I might get one when PS6 comes, or sorry, when
PS6.
GTA 6 comes out.
You gonna get that old PS6 already?
So
There's 7 years between releases on those, so you got 5 more years.
no, but that's what I'm saying is GTA 6 though is coming out. If there's no way to transfer my character over because I got fucking stupid money in that game. I got like $200 million, some shit like that, and I've got all the toys that I freaking want. and I haven't even played with the Acid Lab stuff yet. So
In stock, pick it up by tomorrow. That means they'll get it
How
ready
much?
for you. $4.99.
Is it cross-platform?
I think they do that now. They have the one. If you want the digital, I don't know. You trying to get disc? Digital's $3.99.
I'll go with disc. Sometimes I like to buy games,
And then they
I like
got
to keep the disc.
the ones with games are $60 more, which is what a game costs anyway.
Is GTA 5 cross-platform?
Yeah,
You can do PC.
I think it is.
PC and
I know. I don't think so because in PC you can mod. So it's like if you want your gun to shoot sharks, you know, you can do shit like that. So there's all this modding shit. You can't do that on your Xbox or your PS4.
so we have to go console to console if I ever.
But I don't know. I think that like console, like it's the cross platforms with the consoles,
want a
but you
PS4
can't
now?
do console to PC.
Yeah.
You want a PS4?
No, I'm just wondering.
I got an extra one if you want it.
If I
Oh, I could use one for the shop.
900. Bring it to the shop.
Ow! I said ow.
Actually, the shop.
No,
would be
I
a
mean
good
if you're gonna
idea.
give one away, I
was gonna give
You
away
got an
Al.
extra PS4. I got extra shop.
Al is feeding me constantly.
$900. I would get one if my daughter would want one, but she doesn't want one. So I would have got one long.
Yeah, you
long
know what?
ago.
She's been craving your love, and you never give it to her. Always trying to buy her with PS4s and things like
I
that.
picture myself at fucking Bert in that movie, letting my family down, letting my daughters down.
Yeah,
That's true, though.
I think we all were doing that.
Yeah, I mean,
You're always podcasting. You never pay
No, you
attention
do.
to me.
Everybody comes up short as their dad or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, in your dad career, you're going to come up short here and there.
Yeah.
You know, think
Oh, that's what
you revisit situations. So, like my son, he got busted one time, and I didn't know the reference, but he said something about a classmate, and he said, "Fuck a right in a pussy," right? Like that frickin' guy who does that on the camera. But I didn't know about that. And I picked him up from school, and I was hot. And I freaking backhanded him in the car and everything. And then a couple of years ago, my dad and he were visiting. And I think this was after he got. This was definitely after he got in the military. But he came out, and I started showing these videos of the cut of this guy, like, "Oh, fuck her right in the pussy," you know, and do the whole newscast stuff. And he's like, "Dude, remember, Dad? I was a freaking kid. I said that, and you freaking smacked me upside the head for that." Like, and I'm like, I didn't know that's what it was. Like, you were just joking. Like, I didn't put two and two together because he tried to tell me like it was just a joke. Like, but he didn't fully explain himself. So then in that moment, I'm like, damn, I feel like an ass.
what an ass.
But at the same time, it's like he really shouldn't have been saying that. Certainly
Yeah.
not at his age. But yeah. So anyway,
You're like, I wasn't hitting you because
that's
I was
all right.
hitting you because you didn't reference a condom. Always wear a condom, son.
yeah, he does it, but well, no. So he doesn't hold it against me. He's kind of laughing about it after the fact, but
Because of
Still,
his
you
brain
think-
damage.
you
His brain
so his
damage.
brain damage. So no, you think about these things you did as a dad, and you go, "Damn, dude, I kind of fucked up."
That's what I tell the-
I shouldn't have come down that hard on
The young parents at work, when they like, oh, I'm having a kid, I always tell them, none of us are ever good parents. We just figure it out.
We have flaws.
We just fucking figure it out.
Well, there ain't no freaking manual that I know of.
Nope.
So, and trust me, I'm not the guy who sits there and says, "Oh, dude, I was the best freaking dad." But I can tell you this much: I wasn't the worst dad.
No,
either,
I wasn't
so-
a horrible dad either. Just
I
know?
wasn't. I mean, I knew guarantee I wasn't gonna be that person that would shake their baby because it's crying. You know,
Well, what if you can't find your car keys and you've looked everywhere?
Oh. No, I had like
It's an old.
what if
the
that's
hell
what
is
gets
his
them to
name?
stop crying?
The hell, oh, God!
yeah.
You know the comedian
Yeah.
I'm thinking of.
No, it's like I can't like
Don't
I
stick your dick in a toaster.com. Don't shake a baby.com. Anyway, go ahead.
I don't know. I mean that just blows my mind. It's like a crying baby is not gonna drive me insane.
No, and I've been pretty
Even
patient
if
with
it's like-
that aspect of it.
I
Well,
wanna-
even now, like with Andrew, when Andrew's throwing a fit just to be a brat, right? I'm just kind of like, all right, well, this is simple. I'll go out in the garage and I'll lock myself into the garage, and now throw your fit all you want.
And now
I
mom
don't-
has to deal with it.
No, when she's no, even when she's not around, but I can keep my cool. You know, when Andrew starts throwing his fit, it's just, but maybe it's because I'm older too. You know, when you're, I was a father of 3 by the time I was 25, dude. So you're kind of hot headed when you're in your 20s, right? So just things set you off a
Yeah.
little bit easier.
I mean,
You
I
have
don't-
less patience. So
Even being woke up, even if I had 2 hours sleep and being woke up at 3 in the morning
Oh
or
yeah,
something,
me too
like,
with the kids.
I still,
I never had a problem with the babies,
I could still, I mean,
and I like the baby stage. That's the
I
whole
keep
thing.
my wits still.
The
Well,
only
I would
time
hold them and I'd be like, all right, I'm just going to rock you because I know as soon as you're crawling, I'm really going to have something to beat the shit out of you over because you're going to be messing with my shit.
the only time Al ever shook Allison was when he woke up early and he hadn't had anything to drink yet, and he was like,
Yeah. His wife was yelling at him, stop shaking the baby.
I got
I'm
that.
not.
I got
Freaking
that
BTs.
when I fucking binge one day, and the next day is like I get a text, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Do you have the shakes?
it's like it's Parkinson's.
DTs.
like-
I think we've all been there, but it usually takes hard alcohol to get me there. I got to be drinking copious amounts of hard alcohol, and then I've got
So like this podcast.
No, dude, what did I take? Maybe a shot and a half of freaking Fireball? That's not going to do
That's a
shit.
quart.
I didn't drink that whole thing. Dude, I brought it down there. It had like
probably a
maybe.
shot.
Yeah, it was full
Yeah.
when you got it upstairs.
Oh no, I drank that on the way down the stairs. Is what you said? I drank.
Yeah,
No,
There wasn't even that much left when I got down
I'm
here.
the machine.
no. I have to drink a lot of whiskey before I get DTS. But I've had DTS. I just haven't had them in a while since the last time I drank whiskey. Really, so. That's the problem. I don't drink a lot of whiskey these days because I like whiskey too much. So I just leave the
Right, yeah.
whiskey at the liquor store. So
Smoky old fashioned, man. Those
hell
are
yeah,
good shit.
smoky old fashions are
They're
great,
fucking expensive though.
especially rye whiskey. Ooh,
Yeah.
good. But anyway, all right, dude, we gonna wrap this one up or what?
All right.
All right, thanks everyone. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notifications, get all our latest content.
Comment,
And comment. Don't forget to comment. And
Hate
Tag
or
your
love,
friends.
it doesn't matter.
make sure you ask a lot of questions.
Send them a link.
A sausage link.
Thanks, everyone.
Peace. What's Project Wolf Hunting?
What's that?
Project Wolf Hunting.
Is that like Project Mockingbird?
What the fuck? I have this in my notes.
What were you drinking when you put that in your notes? Or were you smoking a lot of weed? Either way, you're gonna forget.
Oh shit. Okay. I know what that is. That is a movie.
What's
Oh,
that?
Project Wolf Hunting. It's a movie. Wes was telling me about it, and I just stuck it in this notes here.
You know what other movie Wes said was really good?
The Machine.
Guardians 3.
Oh.
We should have went and watched that.
Yeah, I want to watch Are you ready?
Yeah.
Reset that.
No.
Reset that. We're gonna just go.
Okay.
You got your stories?
Let me see
Wait,
if I-
let me get my headphones on.
5,
Remember, it ends as soon as Mike starts talking.
5, 4,
2.
fail.
Juan.